Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Heyoka. I'm a wise clown. I'm an empath to the nth. It's a little bit different than being empathic. I wanted to bust this out and then go spend some time with Fearless Intuition with Betsy. It's like an all hands on deck spirituality day. Now, hey, don't get it twisted, dude. Spiritual people can be plenty spiritual and not for the light, y'all. You can be spiritual for the dark. Yeah, spells are spells. It's your how you set your intention is what guides your light. Anyway, things are getting good, y'all. Things are getting so good right out the bout. I hope it's not too loud. Independent women. So, Destiny's Child. I liked Beyonce back then. I mean, like some of her stuff now. She's just way, way too big for me. And, you know, you gotta respect her choices in life. And the dude she hooked up with, I just don't like the guy. He has the same face as a lot of men that I've met that are just not good men. I'm not saying he is, I'm just saying this is how I set up my legend and my Akashic records of what tells me, no, that ain't cool, that's cool, that's cool, that's cool. I try to test my theory every now and again, and it bites me in the ass every time. Anyway, I was watching this morning. It was like sometimes worlds collide, you know. I know, so it's like my mind is like this huge. To me, the world is very small. The world is a very, very, very small world. Because the random things that I have seen, the chance meetings with people, and the synchronicities, I always believed in divine timing and things like that. All this stuff that people said, nope, it's wooba booja blah blah blah. It's ooga booga, it's crap, it's your all this stuff. It's turning out to be true. Now, I have been a fan of horoscopes and astrology my entire life. I had my first chart done at birth. 4974, 11:01 a.m. I tell people that because if people look, you'll see exactly what I'm about. Yeah, I look up people's stats all the time. I ask them their sign, and they know moons and all. It just tells me everything about you that I need to know. You know, it tells me if you're going to be somebody that we could collaborate with and exchange with, and I can trust. Because the day and age today is, dude, people are just looking for people to trust because that is an uncommon vibration. You can't find it. Not even with people, there's so much backstabbing because it's all fear. People will do extreme things under fear. Look at Big Pharma. They just raised freaking from 6 to 9% prices for 1,000 medications because they're fucking freaking out, y'all. They're freaking out. 9%, that's what, 400? That's a 400, it's like 400 times price increase, yeah. But price gouging isn't a thing, right? Anyway, so I was watching the worlds collide, merge, collaborations, and this all the astrology is saying this. I was watching David Palmer and DP and Sam Geppi, Sam Geppi, SG, and they were exchanging about Western and Vedic astrology, and it is more accurate than any freaking weather forecast has ever predicted, and it's so rad because you ever sit at a stoplight and zone off because it's taken forever, and you're looking at like a line of blinkers, and after it doesn't take long, but before and they're all going in different, but at some point they sync up and they all blink, even if it's just for a minute. And then one gets ahead and out, and then and then that's how patterns are, and then that's the pattern. Well, that same shit happens in the sky, y'all. Yeah, the patterns are cycles that come back around, go back around, goes around, comes around. All these things are so true, and what they discuss, and I'm gonna put the link to the talk, and you can go get it yourself. But what they discussed is like where in history things occurred that are reoccurring. See, we learn from our mistakes, right? Now, that for me is not continuing to do the same thing that puts me where I don't want to be. Right? So when you look at the astrology and all these planets are like coming back in direct, just like the blinkers syncing up. That's what's happening right now. All these planets are lining up. They're all hanging out, regrouping. And if you look where in history that had happened before, that's when I'll leave that talk up to you, because they describe it better. That is their purpose and their job, and I'm not going to take away from them. So, basically, what goes around comes around, and freaking people are, if you've been a bad guy, people are about to eat some stool. And don't feel bad for them, because they signed up for this in their previous incarnation, and whatever happens to people that is bad, just know that they are getting payment for doing bad things to other people. Yeah, where's the freaking doom and gloom in that, dude? Just more weird shit is just coming out day after day after day. All the freaking, you know what? And I know that, you know how I know when I level up a little bit? I get a little bit lighter in some areas, right? And my heart is lightened up. Fucking Trump. Trump. God bless him. I know his chart, dude. His mom was a total womanizer. He was neglected, dude, as a kid. I know what that fucking feels like, and the ways that people, it's like, you're gonna learn to say whatever the fuck you want, whether there's tact to it or not, because you've said things in the way that people wanted you to, and they still ignored you and didn't listen. So it gets to, that's why older people, they're like known for just no filter. Well, I never had a filter. I was a little kid, 3 years old, laying on my stomach with my head propped up on my elbows, watching the movies at the theater. My brother, I embarrassed the hell out of that guy. He's a Virgo, reserve grounded. There will be no outward. There will be no outbursts. There will be. Let's not, draw any attention. Let's just get through. And I'm over here, dancing around and, and being this little weird kid, and he just, So, but what happens is I grew up, and I respect privacy, and I respect anonymity, so I really am cognizant and really am mindful of what I say and the information that I share here, because I do have friends and loved ones that are very private, and I just want them to know that your privacy is mine. Anyway, with that being said, I'm going to finish up on this. We're all just different spectrums of light. Our shade, our little sparkle inside, right? Some of us sparkle a little brighter, some of us sparkle a little darker. It doesn't matter. It's all the same spectrum, right? And so, with the patterns that are happening around, right? Because I did all my inner child work. I can help you with your inner child work too. I'd love to help you with your inner child work. I hope this doesn't start. I'm gonna go ahead and mute this there. Just cause I don't want it. I'll be back. I'll be there in a minute, B-Dog. So, all the stuff that all the stuff I used to do to hurt myself, I stopped doing. And I'm not going to say I'm never going to do them again, because I'm a human being, and who the F knows. Sometimes I make bad decisions. Let's just know that today I'm going to take my footprint, know that I'm going to do everything I can to not. Because I am of more use in this world to you and my fellow man and woman than I am when I'm running in my own self-will and my riot is, because I do big riots when I self-will, figuratively, not literally. Anyway, so because I have processed these hurts, and I have gotten to the pain point where I will keep it I will remember if I go into a situation and if I see any similarities that put me in any kind of way that it put me in harm's way in history, I won't do it. Yeah, yeah. Because there's too much good in the world, and we are all stepping into it. So, I hope you have a rad day. Peace.